Welcome to the launch of Season 3 for Tabletop Town. We have some exciting features to share, some fabulous new games to introduce, and a new view on the future. 4 years ago today, Tabletop Town started with a meeting between two childhood friends. In junior high, way before Tabletop Town even existed, Star Wars the role-playing game. My Wookiee Groznik and Mikkel's Trandoshan Kratos were adventuring across the galaxy with our other friends for years. After high school, I moved across the country for college, and we tried everything that we could to keep playing. We tried Roll20, we tried something called Zeta boards, and we tried making a podcast. And the scheduling just never really stuck. All the tools were always a little bit more complicated than we were looking for. 4 years ago, Mikkel had a FaceTime call to talk about a new idea. I'm a designer, Mikkel's an engineer. Couldn't we just fix the problem? We had weekly calls, just the two of us, for a couple of years, and then in 2022, the team grew to include just about everyone we knew who liked these games just as much as we did. We built Tabletop Town to play games and tell stories with our friends, so that all of you could too. Tabletop Town has always been focused on lowering the barrier to entry for tabletop role-playing games. The easiest and most direct implementation of this has been post-game experience. Scheduling difficulties are a thing of the past as you get together with friends virtually and whenever works best for you. But it also means that we designed the app to make it easy to get started playing without the need to read a rulebook several hundred pages thick. Tabletop Town extends that lowering of the barrier to entry for game designers as well. Our web creator tools mean that anyone can build games on our platform without the need for any coding experience. Anyone can import games onto our platform quickly and easily. Game designers no longer need to learn computer programming or find someone who already knows it. They can design games themselves. Our latest round of app updates also brought exciting changes and new features to both our chat and suite of creator tools. With our new chat functionality, full editing the chat for the first time. Made a mistake, want to repost, edit, copy, and delete is now available for sent messages. Embedded image and URL functionality is now available. Drop a map of the battlefield into the chat, or show your players the terrifying art for the monster they're facing. In full screen mode, they'll be able to zoom in on every horrifying detail. And now, you can easily drop links and URLs into the chat with URL previews, so you don't have to leave the chat to chase down that reference. And Tabletop Town reaches a new level of interconnectivity with dynamic linking. In our creator tools, you can now link pieces of information and into dynamic relationship webs. Your rolls are no longer just a dice roll with a modifier. They can be a dice roll plus your stat modifier plus a proficiency bonus, all from your other parts of your character sheet. Did you level up, thus changing your proficiency modifier? All of those numbers change automatically, meaning you don't have to do the math. Does your item description contain a spell? With linked objects, you can reference that spell straight from the item itself. These new features mean that we can play more games than ever, and so I'm excited to announce the third season of games for Tabletop Town, Legends Unleashed. This new collection of games centers around myths, legends, and the gods and heroes who walk the earth. 5 new indie games join our marketplace and are ready to buy and play today. In addition, we're excited to announce the launch of the core rules of 5th edition, which joins our lineup of systems and game titles alongside the Pathfinder Player Core and Game Master Core. Gold Emmy winner Jessica Markram joins our lineup with Squad Goals, where a team of women from folklore and mythology work together to solve a problem. In So You've Become a Mythological God from Beth and Angel Make Games, you join the grand tradition of gods throughout the ages as you judge mortals. Four Quarters Rebellion by Peach Garden Games is a tactical game pitching you and your friends against the gods themselves as you try to reassemble the trickster. The design collective, Jasper Beatrix, brings us Firestealer, a one-page RPG about tricking the god. And We Are Medusa's Snakes from our friend Starshine Scribbles allows GMs to jockey for position as Medusa's snakes compete for the coveted title of the head snake escapes from Hades. And finally, with the launch of the core system rules for 5th edition, we are also bringing you 2 different modules for Tabletop Town, designed to be run either separately or together. The many pantheons of the realm jockey for power and position through champions who compete in the games. Play as the final 4 champions left standing as you prove your power to the gods you serve, or play as the gods themselves who have just watched their champions fight in their name. In fact, join us tomorrow for part 1 of the Gods and Champions actual play, Champions of the Games, DM'd by Tabletop Town's own CEO, Kelly DeWint. With these exciting new games ahead, it's time for us to also figure out what's next. We built the core rule system. We solved the problem Mikkel and I set out to fix. So now we want to decide what's next. With your help, we're going to be taking a slight step back as we set priorities for the future of Tabletop Town. We're still here, still building with you. We'll be on our Discord where you can join and talk to us about games, finding new friends to play with, and help us decide the best features to add next. Tabletop Town has always been for the players. We're excited to play the games on it ourselves, and now we can play those games all the way to the end. And as we move forward from here, we want to make sure that the are all ones that we're excited about. So join us on our Discord and on our social media as we figure out the next steps in our journey together.